Welcome to the next video. In this video, I'll be creating the mounting features for the motor. The motor should be fixed on the enclosure firmly so that it doesn't move. And right now it's just placed. And just remember that the enclosure will be, or the motor cover or the enclosure, what we are calling, then that encloses the entire electronic components inside, is in this orientation, so things can fall down, so we have to restrict them to the enclosure itself. So I've made a plan of I've made a plan of joining them to the enclosure in this fashion. So this is the bottom view. What I'm planning is I'll be creating bosses on the enclosure that connects with the supporting features of the motor, and both the features will be joining together at certain location, and we can add up the screws over there. Alright, so what I'll be doing is I'll be creating 3 bosses. I'll just go to the bottom view at first. Alright, so I'll be creating 3 bosses: boss 1, boss 2 and boss 3, something similar to this one in the enclosure. Okay, maybe up to this height, half of the motor, and from there you'll be having the holes exactly similar to these holes what we have, right? And to the motor I'll be extruding out certain features that will pair up with the bosses, and that will be having holes, and through that hole I'll be joining both the bosses together. So firstly, let's create the features in the motor itself. So this is how your assembly looks like. All right, so I'll create a plane, for example from here up to this distance. All right, and on this plane I'll be creating certain bosses, but let me just create those bosses in the assembly, because I do not want those bosses to be in line with these existing bosses. I want them to be alternate. So I'll just activate the motor again, and I'll just activate this plane and go to extrude, and just create a a boss over here, maybe over here. All right, and another boss somewhere over here. I want this angle to be 60. This to be 60. All right, so I want one boss to be over here, second will be over here, and third will be over here. All right, now what I'll be doing is I'll be simply creating one circle at first. Okay, this will be having a clearance hole 0.35 is fine, and I'll be joining it to the motor, projecting the circle of the motor and cornering it again. So this will be one feature. All right, I'll push it down. All right, now I'll just go back to placement and recreate the same feature. Just press Ctrl T. It's changing its positioning, so 0.175 is fine, and the distance between these two is 0.3. We'll plot a circle over here so that the die of the circle will be exactly equal to this radius. All right. Unwanted sections or segments should be removed. Press OK. So we have the features ready right now. Let's create clearance holes. Oh, sorry. Let me reduce the diameter. Sorry, let me make it coaxial. Go to standard. Maybe we can make 540 as well if you like. Clearance hole, or if you want you can just go to 632. All right, and I'll just pattern this. I'll go to sketches or point, reference, define, sketch. Just select the circular references, press OK and OK. So I'm not sure if the screw head touches this wall. If it touches, we probably have to extend these features. So this is a feature of the motor itself. We can ask the motor supplier to add these features and give us the motor in this way, so that these features can act as mounting features, right? And I'll just turn on the assembly again. Now we need to create the bosses exactly below this, something similar to this with a tapped hole. Before that, I'll be just checking the 632 screw and see if the screw head touches the, so it's kind of hitting the wall. Probably I need to extend it further. I'll just edit this. I'll edit the extrude, go to edit option, probably make it point, maybe increase it, increase the die of the circle, and update the assembly once again by regenerating it. So this is too high, maybe I can just reduce it. We can do the calculations manually and see what clearances we want. We can reduce it further. Slightly further. So this is how conceptual work goes. These are all first revisions. I mean, when we are reaching to a finished state, you'll be having multiple revisions. I'll just hide this screw right now because I've just added this for testing purpose. And the next video I'll be adding features to the motor cover, that is the boss is something similar to like this, so that it allows us to pair it with the motor. See you in the next video.